There's a popular term in the spiritual world where they say do shadow work and focus on shadow work. But what is shadow work and what has to do with your shadow, right? Now, there's a psychologist called Carl Jung that spoke about the shadow extensively. And he described the shadow as everything you repress about yourself. Some people, they think about energy as yin and yang, and they think of the shadow as evil. Your shadow is not evil. Your shadow is everything about yourself that you repress, right? Let's say someone says something to you, and you decide not to say something back, and you decide to repress yourself. Sometimes that's not healthy. And sometimes that repression goes into your soul and it makes your shadow bigger. The more you try to hide who you are, the bigger your shadow gets. And the more your unconscious begins to become distorted. You'll notice that people who kind of release and they show people who they are without shame, they tend to not have a lot hidden in their subconscious. So it's something to keep in mind. Don't be ashamed about who you are, about what you really need to say. I'm not saying to just do a lot of evil in this world. Don't focus on doing evil in this world, but don't be ashamed of yourself when you need to say something to someone who said something to you, when you need to feel like you need to stand up for yourself, when you really feel the need to joke around a certain way. Sometimes guys are like, all right, if I say this, it's going to be weird. Sometimes if you feel the urge to do it, you got to do it. And if you don't do it, you're going to have severe consequences and repercussions on your shadow, on your unconscious. And the shadow grows bigger, and your unconscious gets bigger and more distorted the more you repress yourself from becoming who you are. You always need to reveal who you are. You always need to be who you are. If you don't, there's going to be big trouble later on trying to repress your shadow, and your shadow is going to get bigger. Doing shadow work is pretty much the essence of becoming who you are, of standing up for yourself, of revealing everything about yourself, of what your intentions are and what your desires are, and revealing who you are. If you spend too much time repressing who you are in this world, you're going to cause serious problems in your unconscious. And those thoughts and desires aren't going to grow away. They're going to hide in your shadow and they're going to get bigger. You need to find a way to release them. Otherwise, they're going to start being repressed and they're going to start cooking and getting bigger. They're not going to go away. They're going to get stronger with time.